Alabama does have its limits when it comes to money. And of course, this new day and age in college athletics could be a problem at times. But reading that and that Alabama is operating in a deficit, what did you take away from that? And what do you think that means now in the new age of college athletics, if anything?
Yeah, so the last 2 years, they've reported deficits for the athletic department staff. So we'll have to see where they are this year. I would expect them to trim some staff and trying to cut costs wherever you can, because that $20 million that you're paying players doesn't just magically fall from the sky. So you have to find it within your budget. And like you said, if you're already losing money, then you're already trying to dig out of the hole, and now you're adding $20 million on top of that. We'll have to see. I do think there's probably a day where you have to seriously consider cutting sports, because that's where you're losing money. And Greg Byrne always says it. You lose $40 million from the 19 sports that aren't football and men's basketball every year. That's where the money is. And there's probably a day when, they need to take a hard look at that. And I think he's been pretty upfront about that. Look, I think there's probably a day when that happens. I think it's doable in the sense that, again, you make cuts in certain places, and a lot of this money is going to go to football players. And for their sake, they're hoping this staff works out and they don't have to pay buyouts or have to pay a new staff. But I do think it's doable within their budget to pay $20 million a year. But I don't know if that means every sport survives. And obviously, I don't think that means every staff member survives.